Hi there, Taryn here. So we're going to do a little bit of joint mobility work today. And the whole concept around the joints and the systems in the body, it's really that idea of if you don't use it, you lose it. So the same applies to the end range. So mobility, if you're not using the end range of your mobility, it's going to do the thing that the body does, which is say, get out of here. I don't need to use my energy and my resources over there. So really tune in, especially when we're working on the neck and around the spine. Hi there, Taryn here. So we're going to do a little bit of joint mobility work today. And the whole concept around the joints and the systems in the body, it's really that idea of if you don't use it, you lose it. So the same applies to the end range. So mobility, if you're not using the end range of your mobility, it's going to do the thing that the body does, which is say, get out of here. I don't need to use my energy and my resources over there. So really tune in, especially when we're working on the neck and around the spine. If there's like a tweaky kind of nerve thing, back off. What we're looking to do is to find the end point of where it feels like you get stuck. Breathe into that and then continue to roll around through it. So we're going to start with the neck. So go ahead and take a moment here to plug the feet down into the ground and stand nice and tall. Lift the crown of the head up. And the movement looks like this. You're going to drop the chin down to the chest. I'm going to show you one time and then we'll move together. And you take the chin and you scan it along the bottom of the collarbone. So think about pushing, getting stuck. And then when you get stuck, because you can't move the chin toward the shoulder anymore, instead of just rolling the head back, you're going to rotate by dropping the ear toward the shoulder. And then you're going to get stuck. And then you're going to slowly let the head move back, let the shoulder blades soften down. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. The ear will come to the shoulder. Keep the shoulder blades down. Get stuck. Turn the chin toward the shoulder. Get stuck. And then slowly pushing the chin down to the center. All right? We're going to do that 3 times. One's direction, and then we're going to do it on the other side. Let's go ahead and begin. Chin drops down. Soften your jaw. Breathe. Chin scans along the collarbones. Let the shoulder blades be soft. Soften your scalp. Get stuck there. And then drop the ear to the shoulder. So you're rotating the neck. Get stuck. Open the side of the neck. Drop the head back. Let it roll back. Maybe there's a little snap, crackle, pop situation. Let the ear drop toward the shoulder. Feel the side of the neck opening. And then feel the chin drop down. Rotate. Chin through center. I'm going to do it 2 more times this direction. Scan the chin. Drop the ear. Head goes back. Breathe. Ear, shoulder. Turn the chin down. Scan the chin along the collarbones. Through center. 1 more round. Scan, but continue to kind of reach the head to that end point. You're lubricating the joints. Ear. Maybe you go back a little more. Use the breath. And then use the slowing down of it to arrive. And reset the head up through center. Take a moment and breathe in. Soften the shoulder blades down. We're going to rotate to the other direction. Use it to slow down. Chin drops down. Chin scans the collarbone. Feel the stretch. Let the shoulder blades soften. Ear to shoulder. Roll the head back. Ear to shoulder. Chin to shoulder. Scan down. 2 more times. Now feel into your own body. So it's one thing to hear instruction. It's another thing to feel into it. And the end point, that getting stuck and breathing into it is part of the equation. So we expand into the end. Use the breath. Stay in the movement. Maybe move the jaw around a bit. We'll come toward our last round here. Slow down. As you come through center, you'll stand tall. Maybe you lift the chin a bit. Feel the crown of the head lifting up tall. So as if somebody has their fingers underneath the occiput, the base of the skull, that hard kind of ridge, and they're pulling it up. You can even put your fingers there. Maybe a little bit of tension, give a little massage. And then we're going to release the arms down. So I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see what's going on. You're going to straighten the arms, flex through the fingers, so we're not letting all these kind of like loosey hands happening. It's straighten the arms, lock out the elbows, bring the shoulders up, 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 lock out the elbows, straighten the arms, push the shoulder up and forward, find the end range, find the end range, find the end range, and then pull them forward. You get stuck, pull the arms down, and then push the shoulder blades together on the back. Arms are straight, and then scan the shoulder blades up and down. And then again, so we're rolling in the shoulder. Find the end points. Slowly, shoulder blades down and together on the back. Scan them up. Arms are straight. Lock out the elbows. Roll forward. One more time that way. Really massaging the shoulder blades. Forward and up and down and back. Find the end points. And then the opposite direction. Now we're going to push the shoulders forward, hollow in. Lift them up around the ears. So big circles, big circles. Squeeze it down. Push it forward. Exhale. Notice when you kind of bail out and slow down. Right? One more like that. And then release. Take a moment to receive the breath. And you're going to take the hand and place it on the top of the, right above the elbow. And you're going to plug the arm into the side of the body. You're going to use the arm as assistance. We're going to take the arm, instead of moving the elbow forward and back, squeeze it into the side, and only from the elbow, so shoulder blades slice down the back. Now you're going to squeeze the hand in, squeeze it, fire it up, heat it up, squeeze it in. And then you're going to fully rotate only from the elbow, the forearm and the hand. So turn from the elbow, right? And then you're going to press down, lock it out. Expand it, push. Hold the pushing, push. And then turn as you're pushing it. So you're heating it and you're turning it. And then slowly back up. Feel the elbow. Squeeze it in. Feel the elbow. Squeeze it in. And then turn from the elbow. Notice if the shoulder wants to get involved. And then slowly push down. And then you're going to one more round like that. Bend, rotate. And then squeeze up. And now we're going to inverse it. So keep the hand facing the way it is. Push the arm down. Squeeze it out. And then turn from the elbow, right? So it's not the upper body that's turning, it's the elbow. And then push it up. Squeeze it. You can do these like hanging out at your desk, especially if you have something that's going on in the elbows. And rotate. So the hand there is a really helpful tool just to lock down the upper arm. We're going to switch sides. So the hand faces the body, press it into the body, right? And then, sorry, my bad. The hand is forward first. Squeeze it into the body and press it down, lock it out. And then rotate, holding the arm in from the elbow. But eventually, if you don't need that assistance from your other arm, you can do both elbows at the same time. The thing is, sometimes you just kind of rush through it, right? So it's really slowing down, heating it, turning from the elbow. And then pushing down, lock it out, rotate from the elbow, squeeze it up. One more like that, squeeze. So you really want to create that heat, right? You really want to create that heat and then get stuck and breathe into it. And now we're going to just extend the arm up so the hand will face down, straight up. We're just going to inverse, reverse, rotate the palm in, elbow, push down. If you hear a little snap, crackle, pop, just keep breathing through it, just opening. Shoulders stay down the back. What's going on in your jaw? Squeeze, rotate, and slowly lower down. And then again, squeeze it up, slow down, and then release it. Take a moment, breathe in. Just roll around in the wrist. There's a whole wrist thing that we could do, but we're going to continue to move on to the rest of the body for now. So just give those and it's truly just a little bit of the intelligence too around understanding how, right? So sometimes when you just kind of stretch and push, it's like, yeah, that's the range that I can work in, but it's like heating it, moving it around. Actually, what am I talking about? Let's do the hands. So go ahead and take a hold. Press the hand back, and you're going to rotate in the same kind of idea that we were doing with the head, right? Where you push it forward, and then you're going to rotate down. Let it get a little stuck. Push out to the side. My arm's already kind of going up, right? Just keep it in the wrist. Another round that direction, right? So good little just tools to have in your back pocket, especially if you're in something or you're sitting down or you're, just to bring the breath into the body. I'm going to use the other side. So hand presses back. Actually, you can do it in front of you. And presses back and rotate up. And I kind of love working in the wrists and the feet with this because you can really feel how the tendency is just to move, right? And then to push and keep going, rotate it in, push it wide. And it's like, oh. Good. So that wasn't the most eloquent of the wrists, but for sake of time, we're just kind of moving through the system a little quicker. So we're going to come down to the knees now. The hands will come around the body. And you're going to take the spine, you're going to consider what you did with the cervical spine. The neck is part of the spine, but we're now moving in thoracic and lumbar. We're going to come down, roll forward, tune into what's going on in your back. And then you're going to bring the elbows down toward the right side. Same thing that we did with the chin, but now you're moving the lumbar and thoracic spine. And you're going to rotate sideways. Same thing with the neck, consider it. And then we're going to roll back. This is also abdominal work. You're going to come to a side bend here, side bend. And then rotate the shoulder down. Scan the elbows down through the center. Feel the compression in the front. And then again, moving the elbows to the right side. Get stuck. Breathe. And then go ahead and let your shoulders fall back. Side bend. Feel it. Your elbows can be above the head if that feels better. And then go ahead and roll back. Oh, let it be super yummy. Notice if you're just moving or if you're pushing into the end, side, drop, rotate through center. Elbows, side bend open, back. Feel the opening of the spine. Side. Close, center, sit tall. Maybe a little bit of a back bend feels natural. I'm going to reverse the direction so the arms, the elbows come down. Close your eyes, bring the elbows toward the side, down. Then consider what you're doing with your chin. That's what your elbows are doing. And then you're going to open to the side bend, open the side of the spine, big breath. And then rolling back. Side bend. Rotate as you're in the side bend, the elbows down through center. Take 2 more rounds yourself. Close your eyes and get specific. Feel the breath. Be healthy. If you feel a sense of rushing, slow down. Center, rise up. Sit tall. We're going to move to the side of the body now. Stack your knees. We're going to come to lay down. We're going to move into the hips and then the knees and the ankles, and we'll close it out. So for the hip, bring the bottom leg so it's a little bit straighter. Take the top leg. You can also do this standing, but I found it when I was first working with it a little bit more accessible down on the ground. You're going to internally rotate that leg. So take the hip in your mind's eye now. So that femur bone that's sitting in the hip socket, bring your attention there, rotate it out, get stuck. Okay? Place the toe down. This is also glute. And what you're going to do is you're going to lift the knee up toward the face. Right? Get stuck. When you can't move anymore, push the leg back behind you, push it behind you, push it behind you. When you get stuck, you're rotating from the hip joint. The leg completely turns into the other direction at that full lift, be stuck, and then slowly lower it back and behind you. Same thing, we're going to reverse it. Leg lifts up, get stuck, lift it up, fully rotate, internally rotate on that pushing back, and then bring it forward and tap it down. 2 more times. Lift up, get stuck. Push the leg behind you, get stuck. Rotate only in the hip joint. So if the rest of the leg wants to move along, just notice it. Or kind of like edge it along. Lower the leg back behind you, breathe. Lift up slowly, pushing. Rotate in the hip. Bring the leg forward, be stuck. Heel taps down. 1 more, lift up. Push back. Nourishing breath. Rotate, glute. Oh, hello, nice to feel you. Knee drops down. Release. And just take a moment here to come through center. If you want to take a pause and just notice the difference in the 2 sides. Always a nice thing to have that embodied feeling of what change and the impact of our actions feels like. So it's not and the impact of our actions feels like, so it's not so like elusive, you know. So come down, and that top leg rotates out, the toe tops down. We're going to start on this side. So leg lifts up, 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 up. Hips are nice and stable. Leg moves back. Stabilize your hips. Use your abdominals if you need. Fully rotate the leg. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And slowly tap it down behind you. Lifting up. Keep pushing it back as you lift up. Right, so you kind of want to find those sticky spots. That's the thing. Rotate the leg. Push it forward. Really enjoying teaching this. I kind of feel like I just want to like hang out. We should just story tell. Tap down. focus. Leg lifts up. Oh my, are there many? The leg lifts, pushes back. The leg rotates. Oh. Yeah, you can use the sound. And last round through here. Slowly lifting up. Get stuck. Rotate. Feel how it changes. Forward. Tap. We're going to end going back. So this is lifting up. Pushing back. Rotate. And release. Let your body move in any way that feels right for it. Just give it a little wiggle. Feel good lubrication in there. It allows you to process information more efficiently, right? So we don't get as stuck, right? Because we're creating intentional stuck. So we're going to work in the knees now. If the first thing that you do before you get out of bed, especially if you have knee stuff, it really is super important. And it's just creating a habit out of it, because we just get a little bit lazy sometimes. I know I should do that, but I'm not going to do it. And then what happens, So we're going to lay on the back. Same thing, which is helpful that we worked in the upper body and in the elbow joint. Same thing on the lower body. So plug the femur bone down into the socket. If the femur bone wants to move around, the hands can grab onto it to help it say, like, what's up, we're working the knee. Go ahead and point the toes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use the visualization of making moving the toes to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but move in the knee joint to do that. And then flex the foot. Flex the foot. So the toes are probably facing like a 3 or 4 o'clock-ish kind of situation. And then bend the knee as the foot's flexed. Flex. Open. Squeeze it. We're going to heat it up just like we did the elbows. And then you're going to turn the toe and the lower leg bone into the opposite direction from the knee. Now begin to slowly straighten it up. Keep the foot flexed. Lock out the knee a little. Right. And then rotate the toes other direction. So they're now on that 3, 4 o'clock. And then slowly bend the knee. And keep the toes facing out. Then feel the knee, squeeze, and then rotate toes in the leg from the knee, right? So you're not moving the femur bone, and then straighten. I'm going to reverse the direction now. Keep the toes pointing in. Slowly bend, slowly squeeze, heat it. Rotate. Heat it. Straighten out the leg. Turn the toes in slowly. Last round. Turn it and straighten it out. So you're just really irrigating that whole knee. Place the foot down. Close your eyes and feel if there's a different energy in the knees. It's impactful. Straighten the left leg. Go ahead and flex the foot. Turn the toes out. So now you're in that, like, I don't know, it doesn't really even totally make sense, but like a 8, 9 o'clock, right? So the foot's flexed, the toes are pointing out. Bend the knee, keep the toes pointing out. Squeeze it in. And then on the squeeze, turn the toes. There we go. And then slow it down. Straighten it out. Keep the foot flexed. Turn from the knee. And then slowly lower. So if you can't feel these activations, it's a beautiful space to begin, because you're essentially telling your brain to communicate with your body and to do something different. So you're creating a new conversation. Turn it. Right, so instead of getting frustrated or whatever, like bailing out, you're like, a new little plot of land here. And keep the toes turning out straight and then rotate. We're going to move the other direction. So now the toes turn in. Keep the foot flexed. Squeeze and squeeze. Toes turn out. Squeeze. Keep that heat moving. Straighten. It feels so good to do this with you all. I have not been doing this joint work for too long, and that's when my body goes south and things start getting misaligned and blowing out. So thank you for getting me to reset. Lift up. It's really important, you know. Turn the toes in. It's the more subtle work. Requires a bit of slowing down. Straighten out. Beautiful. Place the feet down. And we're going to work both ankles at the same time. So it's the same thing we did with the wrist. If you want to stabilize one ankle and then the other, you're welcome to. But on the back, take a hold behind the calves or behind the hamstrings. And then flex the feet. And you're going to keep the feet flexed, and you're going to rotate the feet so you're not just rolling in the ankles. Instead of moving the leg, you're moving just the ankles. So consider that. And then pushing them up, 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 out, out. Keep going, rolling. Find those end points. So this is how you end up rolling your ankle because the end range was not opened, right? So keep pushing into these end ranges. Nourishing. If you have a little bit of a cramping, that's just a little bit of neurological confusion, right? The body's like, what? Right, breathe through it. So instead of bailing out and telling the body to freak out, you just let the conversation start a new thread of information, right? And then come through center, and then the other direction. So we're going to roll slow. End points. Think of the end range. And every time you massage your feet through that end range, you're passing it each time. One more. Hug these in, shake out the legs. Then you're going to go ahead and just come up to sit. Take a moment in your meditation. Thank your body. This beautiful, beautiful instrument that is your body. Thank the part of you that allowed you to take care of it and create space and time to slow down and to listen. Place the hands on your forearm, drop your chin to your chest in honor of this beautiful sacred temple that is your body. Contains the contents of you, moving you through this landscape that we call our life. It's quite a miracle if you consider it, how this body is bringing you around. And take as much time as you need there. I hope that practice supported you. Maybe we could play a little bit more and break apart some slower portions of it, but for the kind of general, like full body, there you go. Thank you. My name is Taryn. I appreciate you moving with me always, and we'll see you soon.